Okay. Yes, we are recording. So, okay, let's start from once more. Okay, I'll just open up a paint. Paint will do, right? Let's say open a PPT. Okay. So, what is object-oriented programming? Two things. There are two things on object-oriented programming, right? What are the two things? First is called classes. Second is called objects, right?
Object.
If you understand the concept of objects and classes, program. Okay, yeah. Right. If you understand the concepts of classes and objects, it will be very easier for you to understand
Yes, sir.
object-oriented programming. There are four
Classes
basic
is like
concepts.
any keywords like vehicles we can take, and there
Yes,
will be comes some sub subjects.
let's look at that example. Okay. So let's say I want to buy a car again, right? Audi R. What was the name of the car? Porsche 911. Okay. Porsche 911. Right. So let's get a shape here. So we have this Porsche 911, right? Right. And what is Porsche 911? Porsche 911 is a type of
Car and vehicles. Yeah, vehicle.
car. Okay, but yeah, it is a type of vehicle. But before, like, yes, it is a type of vehicle and it is a type of car, right? Let's go through level, right? So it's a type of car, right? And let's go to shapes. Let's put this here like this and say car, right? And we'll just put one line here that says that Porsche 911 has come from car, right?
Yeah.
And there are other types of cars also, right? So I'll
Yes,
just put
sir.
in one more circle here. I'll paste two
Sir,
copies.
your screen is stuck. It's not moving anything. I'm just seeing a car. What's the 911?
You cannot see the PPT. You should have told me for that before. Can you see the PPT now?
Yes, sir. Now I can.
Okay. So we have this Porsche 911, right?
Yes,
And there is this car. So Porsche 911 has come from the car, right?
car.
Now, there are other types of car also, right? There is, I don't know, a lot of car models. Let's say there is Hyundai, right? i20, right? And then there is a Honda Accord, right? So we have different car models,
Yes,
and all of them come from car itself,
yes,
right? All of them are a type of car.
yes, sir.
So we can put this pointing symbol over there, this arrow over there, that this is derived from a car, or this comes from a car, right? So we have our cars, so we have our models, right? And all of them are car, right? What is a car? A car is a vehicle,
The
right?
type of vehicle.
So we will write here vehicle, right? And then we'll put a line here. But is car the only type of vehicle?
No.
Is car the only type of vehicle available to us?
Yes,
No, we have other types of vehicles also, right? We have
yes,
a
yes.
bike, we have
Bike.
motorbike, we have
Yeah.
a cycle to say, we have a scooty, we have an airplane and helicopter, right?
Yes.
So there are other types of
Vehicles
vehicles
are
also, and car is one of them, right? Car is one type of them. Let me just make it smaller for easy, much neat, right? I'll say here, let's say motorbike, right? And here we'll say let's say an helicopter, right? And both of them are a type of
vehicle.
vehicle. So I put this here, and we'll take another one. Okay, put it here, right? So you see, there is a class called vehicle, right? It has
Yes.
subclasses: car, motorbike, helicopter, and
Yes.
those subclasses have their objects: Porsche 911, Hyundai i20, Honda Accord, Maruti 800, and so on and so forth, right?
Yes.
So this is the concept of classes and objects. Classes define the behavior, right? You can say the classes
Yes.
define the behavior, that how are these objects going to behave, right? And objects define like their particular, their objects define their particular, you can say, properties, right?
Yeah.
So let's say there is a class called vehicle. So vehicle is a class which is defining a sort of behavior which says that all vehicles should be able to move,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So we have three different classes, subclasses in it: car, helicopter, and motorbike. All of them can move, right?
Yes.
So if I say that I say that mobile phone, right?
Yeah.
It cannot move. It cannot be a subclass of vehicle. Why?
Because it's not moving.
Because it cannot move, right? We have defined a behavior, right? And this cannot move, right? So
Yeah.
it will not be a subclass or an object of
Subclass
this
of
class,
vehicle.
right?
Yes.
Now, in this car, right? This took the properties of vehicle. Now this car has a property that a car can move, right?
Yeah.
But it can add more properties to it, its own properties also, right?
Yes.
So it's like saying there's a parent and like they have a child, right? The child took all the genes, right? All the genetics information from their parent. Now
Yes.
they have the genetic information of their parent and he can instill his own information itself also, right?
Yes.
So the car has the property that it can move.
Yeah.
Now, what else can the car do? It can add its own properties. So it will say that it has 4 wheels.
Yeah.
Let's say that car added the property that I have 4 wheels, right? Now every object that of car, right? Every object of car will have both these properties. It will be able to move and it will have 4 wheels,
4
right?
wheels.
So Porsche 911, Hyundai i20, and Honda Accord can move and they have
And they have
4
4 wheels.
wheels. And now they cannot define their own behavior, right? Because they are
Yes,
objects,
sir.
they are not classes. They cannot define their own behavior, but
Yeah.
they can define their properties, their values. So you can say that that Honda Accord can define that the name of the model is Honda Accord,
Yeah.
that the maximum speed is, I don't know what is maximum speed, let's say 120 kilometer per hour, right? Similarly, Hyundai i20 can define its own properties. That model name is i20, company name is Hyundai, and maximum speed is, let's say, 140 kilometers per hour, right?
Yeah.
Porsche 911 can define its own properties, right? It can say that the company is Porsche, the model is 911, and the maximum speed is, God knows what is the
150 per
maximum
hour.
speed. Let's see what is the maximum speed. Maximum speed of Porsche 911.
911.
I think it's called horse speed or something, horsepower. 320 kilometers per hour.
20 kilometers per hour.
That's awesome. Okay, so it can define its own properties. Porsche has a high maximum speed of 920 kilometers per hour. Let's say Hyundai i20. I don't know if they have this. 150 kilometers per hour.
150 kilometers per
I
hour.
was close. I said 140. Okay. So understood the concept of objects and classes, right?
Yes, sir.
This is the concept of object-oriented programming. Very, very abstract, very simple, right?
Yes.
So we have classes which define their like behaviors,
Subclasses.
their
Yeah.
subclasses, and it's not necessary that we have a subclass. A class can have a direct object also, right?
Okay.
You don't need to define subclasses, but generally this is the way how it works. Okay, and then we have objects who define their own values, right?
Properties. Yes.
Properties, values, right? So mostly in object-oriented programming concepts, the behavior, right? It is called the behavior itself, right? And the properties are known as attributes. Okay, attributes. But you don't need to get into that right now. That's just the lingo, like that's the language that is used. You can get into it later on, right?
Yes.
Very basics of object-oriented programming. We'll see more of it in the coming classes, but we don't want to put all of our time in one class in studying object-oriented programming itself, right? So
Yeah.
let's move ahead and study a little bit of now this concept, right? This concept will be used in all the programming,
Yeah.
most of the programming languages, which are object-oriented programming languages. Python is also an object-oriented programming language, right? So you can define a class, you can define its own, you can say the functions inside of it, right? And you can work according to that. Shall we pull up the code editor and start coding?
Yes, sir.
So we'll start with the very basics of Python, right?
Yes.
And I already have, what do you say, something created. I think I have it here. Yeah, Python basics, right? Okay, I'll just name it
Python base.
intermediate, right? Or let's say basics 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So open a command prompt here. Sorry. Okay. We can create our own file in here. So I'm going to create a file called one dot. Okay. And so how should we start? You tell me. You have already made a few projects in JavaScript, right?
Yes.
You want to clone any of those projects into Python, or any idea about any type of projects that we can make today? Come on, come on.
Sorry, sir. What is
Any idea about any type of projects that we can make today in Python?
Yes.
Tell me.
We can make a form.
We can make a
Form. I mean,
form.
yes.
Form as in?
That can take a input from user.
Actually, Python, it won't be good to use Python that way. Let me think of something. Let's just create a simple program that is going to calculate. Have you heard of Fibonacci series?
Yeah, I heard
Fibonacci
about
series,
it. Yeah.
right? So I'll tell you what Fibonacci series is. Let's start with Fibonacci, right? Okay, okay. I should put up .py here, right? So the Python files have an extension .py in the end, right? .py. Got it, right?
Yeah.
One.Fibonacci.py, right?
Yeah.
And how to use Python? Let's just very simply go through it, right? So I'll say print hello world, right? I am Python. I don't have semicolons or curly brackets, right? So there is
There
your
is no need of semicolons and
no,
curly
there is no
brackets.
need of it, right? Okay, I just realized that you didn't know it, didn't know that. Okay, print. I name arrays as lists and objects as dicts. Let's just leave it. Okay, I'm just printing it over there, so we have something on the screen when we start the program, right? So it should print 3 statements in 3 lines, right?
Yes.
Or Python script, it should print 3 statements in 3 lines. Let's go here. Let's just try to execute it. So I wrote py, one.Fibonacci.py, and these are the 3 statements that are being printed, right?
Yes.
Simple enough.
Yeah.
Any doubts?
No.
Huh?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's comment this out. What is commenting out? Commenting out means it will still be there, but the compiler or the interpreter will not
Not be executed.
pay it attention, or it will just ignore it, right? So it will not be
Yes.
executed. We want to print the Fibonacci series, right? What is the Fibonacci series? Let me just see if it starts from 0 or 1. I just forgot about it. I think it starts from 1. Oh, it starts from 0. So Fibonacci series is 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. Tell me the next number.
7.
8.
8. 8. 8.
Next number.
13.
13. Next number.
21.
So you know how to write a Fibonacci series, right? I was just
Yes.
testing you. Okay. So I'll say print right. We will print this, right? And let's say Fibonacci series. Now, if I say this will obviously print the Fibonacci series, right? There is nothing too daring about it, right? Yeah, of course, printed it, right?
Sir, how did you run?
I write pi Fibonacci.pi. I'll show you it on your system. How when we do install the Python on your system and do it, then I'll show you. Okay. We have to write pi, which is a Python interpreter, right? And then we put the file name of a file, right? This is like it's nothing daring in it. Okay, right? We wrote a print statement and we are the masters of the world. It's not like that, right? We just wrote print statement. That's all. That's what we have done. Okay, we have not done anything else. So let's move ahead and let's do a little bit of tweaking around. Let's do something daring. So what we will do, we will print a Fibonacci series, right? Up to the number that we want. So let's say I want the first 20 numbers of the Fibonacci series. That's what I want. Right? How many numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right? There are 9 numbers here.
Yes.
Let's say if I want to write 200 numbers in Fibonacci series, can I write them manually? Can I write them manually on through my hands if I want to write 200? Let's say 2000 numbers in the Fibonacci series. First 2000 numbers. Can I write them manually?
No.
No, right? If I'm retarded, I can, right? But otherwise, I don't, right? Yeah. So, what we want is a loop, right? You have studied about loops, right?
Yes.
Loops are used to execute a bunch of statements over and over again until a condition is satisfied.
Yeah.
So we'll create a while loop here, okay? And we'll print first 20 Fibonacci numbers, right? So let me create a variable here, okay? I'll name the variable is first, and I'll give it the value 0. Okay. This is a variable. This is how you define a variable in Python. You don't have to put integer or character. You don't have to write var or let, just like in JavaScript, right?
Oh.
Just write it first and equal to 0. That's all. That's why I hate Python, right? Second equal to 1, right?
Yeah.
And this is one of the reasons I hate Python. Python, like in all the programming languages, you will see that arrays are named as arrays, and in Python they are named as lists.
Yeah.
Objects are named as dictionaries, right? Instead of putting an element inside of an array, we use push function. Okay, in all the languages. In Python, is it append? I mean, come on, man. Okay. So first equal to 0, second equal to 1, right?
Yes.
And then we will say while. Okay, we have to define an iterator also. I equal to 0, right? For int I equal to 0, for where I equal to 0. Remember when you define a for loop?
Yes.
How do you define a for loop in JavaScript? Where I equal to 0, like this, right? So this I equal to 0, we have defined iterator. We will say while I is less than 20, right? We will say print first. Okay. Let's say let print first. Okay. And then we will say first is equals to first plus second. Okay. Am I writing it correct? First equal to second.
Second is equal to first plus.
Yes, you are right. Second equal to first plus second should be right.
Yes.
And second equal to first plus second. So we have one here, the one there, right? And then we will say second equal to first plus second. One just. Okay.
Yeah.
So first. So in this iteration, it will print first. Okay. And we will say first equal to second. Does that make sense? It doesn't, right?
No.
Okay. Fibonacci series, it's always a little bit tricky. First equal to second. Let me see. It will print first 0, then it will say 0 plus 1, 1, and then it will print 1, right?
Yeah.
And the next iteration will print 1, right? So now first has 1, second also has 1. Yeah, this makes sense. Let's just try to run it once, okay?
Okay.
And don't forget plus, I I equal to I plus 1. Otherwise, it will be an infinite loop, right?
Yes.
Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 4. Oh, it's gone. No, it's not working properly. Okay, I'll just define another variable ans equal to minus 1. Okay. I'll say ans equal to first plus second. Okay,
A second.
right? And here I will print 0 and 1 beforehand. So the first element is 0, second element is 1. I have printed them
One.
beforehand here, right?
Yes.
In the loop, I'm starting from here. Okay, got
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
And ans equal to first plus second, right?
Yeah.
And then we will say first plus second. So we will say first equal to second and second equal to ans. This will work. Okay, bummer. While I is less than 20, I equal to I plus 1, I equal to 0. Okay, I didn't print anything. Come on, man. Print ans.
Print.
Yes, 0, 1, 1, 2, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 3, 13, 13 plus 3, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 13,
34.
34, 34 plus 21, 24, 54, 55. Okay, after that I'm not
9.
calculating.
Yes.
Okay, got it right? How to
Yeah.
automate the printing of
Fibonacci numbers.
Fibonacci numbers, right?
Yes.
This is using Python, right? So what we used? We used one variable called first,
First.
store the first element inside of it. Second, store the second element inside of it. Ans to store the
Third element.
answer inside of it, right? I'm not sure if we need ans at all. We can just say print first plus second. Okay, yeah, we will need ans. So I equal to 0, print 0 and 1 beforehand, right?
Yes.
And then it goes like this, right? This is very basic Python script, right? To print the Fibonacci numbers. Any doubt in this? Hmm? Am I audible to you?